Wraith Guard. Weaker than the Ronda Gulf. Either lose agility or... No, I need to restore intelligence at some point. Is here. For the past 20 years, the Tribunal have tried unsuccessfully to execute this plan. However, we failed because we were required to stage an assault and simultaneously maintain the Ghost Fence to prevent the threatened large-scale breakout of Dagathor's bladed hosts. The Nerevarine leading the assault and the Tribunal free to devote their full energies to maintaining the Ghost Fence, this plan has a greater chance of success. Unfortunately, however, the loss of the artifacts Sunder and Keening and the recent increase of Dagathor's strength pose new problems for the execution of the plan. Therefore, our proposed plan has the following 5 phases. A series of aggressive raids to outscout inside the Ghost Fence. A series of aggressive raids to neutralize Dagathor's Ash Vampire kin and recover artifacts from the bodies of his kin. An assault on Gate Citadel Veminal to neutralize Dagath Vemin and recover the artifact Hammer Sunder. An assault on Gate Citadel Odrasol to neutralize Dagath Odros and recover the artifact Blade Keening. An assault of Citadel Dagath with the artifacts Wraithguard, Sunder, and Keening to sever Dagath Ur's connection to the heart of Lorcan and thus to destroy Dagath Ur. Phase 1. Raids inside the Ghost Fence. The Tribunal Ordinators and Buoyant Armigers are familiar with the terrain and will provide maps and current intelligence reports. The region inside the Ghost Fence is dangerous, and the Nerevarine will need to be familiar with its particular challenges. After measuring skills and resources against Dagathor's defenses, the Nerevarine will know better how to pace a campaign, alternating raids with improving skills, getting better equipment, and stockpiling resources. Raids upon the Ash Vampire Sentinels. Dagathor's kins have become markedly more powerful in recent decades, after remaining stable for thousands of years. If they can be individually isolated and destroyed, they will not be able to support Dagath Ur in later stages of the war. It may also be that the dramatic increase in their power comes from items enchanted by Dagath Ur. Salvage of such items might contribute to our resources. Phase 3. Assault on Gate Citadel Veminal. Essential to recover the artifact Hammer Sunder for Phase 5. The Ash Vampire Dagath Vemin has possession of Sunder. Probably seeks to discover the secrets of its enchantments. He may also have access to notebooks and journals of Khagranok that have survived in the Dwemer workshops of Veminal. Phase 4. Assault on Gate Citadel Aldrasol. Essential to recover the artifact Blade Keening for Phase 5. The Ash Vampire Dagath Odros is possession of Keening. Probably seeks to discover the secrets of enchantments. He may also have access to notebooks in the journals of Khagranok that have survived in the Dwemer workshops of Odrasol. And Phase 5. Assault on Citadel Dagath. All the previous stages are preparations for this stage. Recent expeditions show that Citadel Dagath has undergone extensive expansion. The location will need to be explored carefully. The known route to the Heart Chamber will be well defended. Alternative routes may exist. Dagath Ur will have anticipated our plan to destroy him by attacking the Heart, and he will almost certainly personally oppose approach to the Heart Chamber. Together, the Tribunal could not defeat him, and he has grown stronger since then. Admittedly, the Tribunal had the distraction of maintaining the Ghost Fence simultaneous with fighting Dagathor, but even so, the challenge seems daunting. The adoption of this phase campaign seems to offer the best chances for success. In retrospect, the Tribunal's decision to directly assault Citadel Golgoth, rather than proceed step by step through lesser objectives, must be seen to have been a serious error. The Tribunal did not feel it had the option of a slow-paced and deliberate campaign, given that they had many other competing priorities, not the least of which was the maintenance of the Ghost Fence and the outer defenses surrounding Red Mountain. The Nerevarine, on the other hand, should be best served by a careful step-by-step advance, with the additional advantage of building confidence along the way, while successes would undermine Dagathor's own assurance in his defenses. Employing Khadronach's tools against Dagathor. The source of Dagathor's supernatural power is the heart of Lorkhan. The heart is also the source of the Tribunal's divine powers. During mythic times, the gods took and hid Lorkhan's heart beneath Red Mountain as a punishment for creating the mortal plane. The Dwemer discovered the heart while building underground colonies. Craft Lord Khadronach created enchanted tools intended to tap the power of the heart. The War of the First Council was fought to prevent this sacrilege. Khadronach's use of these tools and the disappearance of the Dwemer race marked the end of the war. Khadronach's tools were recovered by Lord Nerevar and Dagathor. Dagathor was left to guard the tools, while Nerevar came to consult with us, his advisors. In Nerevar's absence, Dagathor experimented with the tools on the heart and was corrupted. We returned to discover a deranged Dagathor who refused to turn over the tools. When he attacked us, we drove him away. We left Red Mountain with the tools, and subsequently Sothasil discovered their secrets. Collectively, we used the tools to establish a connection with the heart, enabling ourselves to transform our mortal natures. Thus we became the Tribunal. Dagathor had survived our attacks, and without the tools in a manner not well understood, Dagathor also managed to establish a connection with the heart and to transform himself into an immortal being. Our plan to destroy Dagathor also runs the risk of destroying the Tribunal. The plan is to permanently disrupt Khadronach's enchantments upon the heart, severing connections with Dagathor and ourselves, and rendering us all once again mortal. Mortal Khadronach may then be destroyed by mundane means. The loss of godhood and the possible death of the Tribunal are judged a necessary risk and sacrifice. The normal procedure for establishing connection with the heart is a three-step process. The wearer of Wraithguard strikes the heart with the hammer sunder, causing the heart to produce a pure tone. Then the wearer of the Wraithguard strikes the heart with the blade keening, shattering the pure tone into a prism of tone shades. These tone shades are then imprinted upon the substance of the wearer of Wraithguard, giving him an immortal and divine nature. The Nerevarine will not be taught the secret rituals required to perform this third step. Instead, the Nerevarine will strike the heart with keening for a second time, causing its tones to diverge to unstable patterns of interference. Further repeated strikes with keening will further disrupt the stones, with the ultimate result of shattering and dispelling Khadronach's original enchantments, binding the heart, thereby severing the heart's links with Dagathor, with any surviving heart wights, and with the Tribunal. Destroying Khadronach's enchantments on the heart will also stop the corrupted fusion of the heart's divine power and end the blight on Morrowind. The Nerevarine may be tempted to steal the power of the heart. Dagathor and Sothasil alone know this secret. Dagathor may, in extremity, propose to teach the Nerevarine to use Khadronach's tools to become a god. We doubt that the Nerevarine is fool enough to trust Dagathor and are intent to take this risk. Be warned, the Nerevarine cannot safely equip either Keening or Sunder unless equipped unless wearing Wraithguard. The Nerevarine will be injured every moment while holding either of these artifacts unless protected by Wraithguard. Persistence will be rewarded with death. If Nerevarine can equip an item while not wearing Wraithguard and receive no injury, the item is a counterfeit. One last note, Doggothar must not get hold of Wraithguard. The Nerevarine must prepare and use a recall or Amcivi intervention if there is any risk of death or capture. Doggothar will not expect you to destroy Kodronok's enchantments on the heart. He does not know it is possible. He would not do it himself, and he knows we have never tried it. He will not believe anyone who would want to sacrifice the promise of such power. Further, advancement in House Doggoth, as in all great houses, is by challenge and confrontation within the hierarchy. The Nerevarine challenges and defeats of Ash Vampires in battles with the Sixth House will be viewed in that light. Doggothar and his kin may assume the Neravarine's ambition is to control the heart. Given that assumption, it is only reasonable that the Nerevarine would try to defeat each of Doggothar's subordinates in turn, working up to Doggothar. If the Nerevarine can defeat Doggothar and control the heart, so much the better. But logically, the Nerevarine would wish to rise as high in the hierarchy as possible before cutting a deal with the head of the house. Doggothar should try to recruit the Nerevarine into House Doggoth. It may be possible to pretend to join him, then betray him. However, any attempt to deceive him will be very risky. House Doggoth has a tradition subterfuge and treachery, and because he is a deceiver, he will expect deception. Closing remarks. We place no compulsion about the Nerevarine to adhere to the plans described here. Believe that they offer the best chance of destroying Doggothar. We have also chosen to place our trust in the Neravarine's judgment and skill. Frankly, we see no alternative. If there are doubts or questions, speak with Vic. He has agreed to serve as the Neravarine's guide and counselor for this campaign. It may be that if the Nerevarine succeeds, the Tribunal will not survive. Such sentiments as might have been expressed to the Tribunal should, in that case, be addressed to the land and people of Morrowind. May the happy convergence of fortune and prayer meet in our destiny. Don't you sell, like, boots? So your manager just told you that if you wanted, you could bring your dog into a store filled with shoes. That seems, unwise. Following is a transcript. How long is this? I'll read these later. Pretty sure I already have a copy of that one, though. This is his library. I kind of want to try and get into the puzzle canals. I'm gonna have to levitate up into there, aren't I? Does your dog look like that emote? I kind of figured. Does your dog usually look done with your shit? This. Ah, another exit. So in summary, your dog has two emotions, super duper excited or done with your shit. Makes sense. Is there, anything here? There's... What? Is there anything in here? There's secrets hidden down there. No, what are you talking about? There's nothing here. You know what the real secret is? You can go in here to heal. It took me 7 and a... Wait, there's something here. What's this? Puzzle Canal Center. I finally... 7.5 hours to finish up the Hildebrand questline from A Realm Reborn that I was doing on Friday into Saturday. I finished up at about 2 a.m. Am I? That's where I came in. The real secret is that there is no secret. Got it. Any game that doesn't have planned "you can be a cat" just mildly disappoints me. But that's a me thing, not a them thing. Okay, but like, seriously, what is this place? Water breathing. Is there something under here? Hey, philosopher. We are in the puzzle canals and very confused as to what the purpose of it is. Thought maybe getting into the Sentinel. I mean, it says, breathe the waters of his glory and the way is made clear.